Hi there, my name's Andy Sykes, otherwise known as hexjibber. I'm a award-winning animator and I also teach Flash animation in universities and colleges here in the UK. This is my website, hexjibber.com, and here's the lesson. Hi, welcome to my lesson on editing strokes and fills. First off, I'm going to draw a rectangle with the rectangle tool. I've just turned off object drawing because for this exercise I don't need it on. There we go, there's a rectangle. And this consists of a fill, which I can pull out like so, and a stroke, which is this pink thing. Now, they kind of behave slightly differently. A fill, you just need to click on once and you can move it around like that. Whereas if you just click on any part of a stroke, you're likely to just get one bit of it, which can be cool, but it can also be a little bit irritating. So if I undo that, if you want to select the whole of a stroke, you double click on it and then you can move it around like so. Now there are some cool options for editing these shapes which apply to both fills and strokes, and I'm going to have to zoom in to illustrate these because you get some very small alterations in the cursor which are quite difficult to see. So if I go over to my stroke here, you can see when I hover over it there's a kind of curved line that appears next to the cursor. If I hold down the left mouse button, I'll be able to draw out a curve from my shape, and that will work on all sides of it, like so. And equally, exactly the same thing will happen with this fill right here. So pull it out like that, you can see that it changes the shape. Might just undo that. Now, the other option you've got is to edit the corners of shapes. So if I zoom in again, if I hover over the edge, I get that nice curved shape. But if I hover over the corner, I get this right angle shape. Now if I zoom out, I can illustrate how that works. I can now move the corners of the shape around, like so. So this is a really good way of editing shapes. So I've got, I mean, that looks nothing like a square now. Almost looks like a very basic fighter jet or something, and that works for the same for the strokes. So I can start getting some really weird shapes with just a few clicks. Now what you can also do is you can add corners to shapes. So if I decide that I want to pull out a corner from this fill here, I can do so like that by holding down Alt. I just undo that. If you hold down Alt and hover over any part of a shape, then that's how you pull out a curve. So I'm holding down Alt at the moment. I'm just creating some more corners for this shape to make it look very strange. You can do exactly the same for strokes. So I'm not quite sure what this looks like, but it's a really good way to draw, especially if you don't feel comfortable drawing freehand. So that's how he edits strokes and fills. I'll see you next time. Hey, if you've enjoyed this lesson, why not consider checking out my website, hexjibber.com, where you can also buy my book, the Hexjibber Colouring and Activity Book. You can buy it in the UK, US, Germany, France, Japan, from Amazon and other good stores.